With all the holiday parties and festivities this time of year comes with an abundance of extra trash, gift wrapping, cardboard boxes, tubes of paper. Well, you don't have to throw it all away. We are going to find out how much of this really is recyclable. Marissa Segundo from Resource Recycling Systems is back with some suggestions. Okay. Love that you brought me a box to hide behind. We've already had some fun with that. But you do end up with boxes, whether it's from cooking or wrapping. Marissa, where do we begin as we're preparing for the holidays?
I would begin in the kitchen. That's where we tend to spend most of our time this holiday, preparing for our meals, inviting guests, and using a lot of disposables. So they don't have to be disposables. Everything, as we mentioned, from a cardboard tube to these soup, if you're using soup or broth or cartons of eggnog. Who doesn't love eggnog? This is all recyclable. So check with your city, find out what you can recycle in the kitchen or as you're opening gifts.
Do I need to flatten these kind of containers?
These containers you can actually leave, and even for these non-refrigerated, the shelf-stable cartons, you can even leave the lid on.
Oh. Interesting.
Those are good.
But that's definitely not the case when it comes to boxes. I mean, online shopping, you end up with so many boxes. I mean, our garage right now is full of them. So what's the key there?
The key is just like this box. Keep it flat. So
this
empty.
You flatten.
This you flatten. And this is just an example of how much space one box can take up. So that can fill your entire recycling bin or your cart. So go ahead and flatten it. And some of these larger boxes you'll have to flatten and fold multiple times. But all this packaging that comes with it inside, you don't want that in there. So if it's flattened, you know that it's empty and you're utilizing your space. This type of plastic packaging gets tangled up in the recycling sorting equipment and creates more problems.
So is this where the reuse comes in, perhaps?
That is where reuse comes in.
Look at this, Marissa. You are rubbing off on me. I love it.
So I like to reuse the packaging to wrap ornaments for the next year.
Oh, yeah.
So think about this as these are coming in. Find a storage space that you can put those in temporarily until you get to the time that it's to take all the ornaments down. And you can use that to wrap those fragile ornaments or maybe even to put in gifts for next year.
Okay, let's get to the gifts. Let's talk about the gift wrap, the gift bags.
Yes.
I mean, I had some extra paper last night that I was like, okay, what do I do with this gift wrap paper? It didn't fit on the present.
Oh, that's true. So what I suggest is think about Christmas morning before Christmas morning gets here. So you've got a lot of people like to give Christmas gift bags. I think these are great. But then afterwards, it tends to end up in the recycling container or in the trash. So grab a little container, a little plastic container, something that you can think about to have around on Christmas morning. Take your gift bags, fold them up, and stick them inside, along with some of the packaging stuff. And then you remember them for next year, and you don't have to buy new bags.
What about gift wrap paper? Real quick.
Right. So get your paper bags. Rather than that big old black plastic bag, get some paper bags. And you can absolutely recycle wrapping paper.
Okay.
But recycle them in a paper bag rather than a plastic bag, because once again, that plastic bag gets tangled up in the recycling sorting equipment.
What about ribbons?
Ribbons, that's our reuse. So not in the recycling container, gonna get tangled, but put that in your reuse box.
Ribbons, gift bags, reuse, wrapping paper, recycle. We've got it down. Thank you so much, Marissa. We always appreciate your time.